Alright gamers, welcome to my Aphelios gameplay guide video, where I had internet issues that stopped me from connecting to the game there for a bit. I expected it to be a remake, but apparently it still went through. So, okay, we'll just play it out from here. Gonna be 2 levels down on the enemy Xayah. That's fine. So gonna be playing Aphelios Blitzcrank into Xayah Soraka. Should be an okay matchup. Blitzcrank loves playing into squishy enchanters like Soraka. And he also likes playing against immobile ADCs without dashes, so Xayah is decent for that. Gonna become less effective against her at level 6 though. When Xayah gains at least 1 defensive tool against the Blitzhook. So you're going to be running for runes, Fleet Footwork, Overheal, Legend Bloodline, Coup de Grace, Absolute Focus, and Gathering Storm. Pretty standard runes in Aphelios. You typically want to use Fleet Footwork pretty much into any ranged matchup. Because you're going to be taking a lot of poke usually as Aphelios, and you're a hyper-scaling champion who is not strong in the early game, so you would like the help of the sustain from Fleet to try and get you through the early game. Just gonna focus Xayah here over Lost Hitting. Just because I can. It didn't really do much though. I guess that's forced the Soraka heal though. Trying to also avoid the feathers. We don't want to let her hit like 2 feathers with her E. We can avoid it. And we also could have been using Cut Down. Cut Down is pretty effective on Aphelios because he has pretty low base HP, and it's pretty common on Aphelios to just take Coal instead of Doran's Blade, so you can scale faster as well. And having no HP from Doran's Blade makes Cut Down more effective. Okay, we're still 19 CS down. We're not doing too bad considering the circumstances. Should probably look to crash here maybe. Okay, this is not really going to be doable on this wave. They don't have good enough wave clear for it. Okay, they're going to be pushing back towards us, that's fine. Just gonna concede the fact that we're not going to get to crash a wave and just continue laning for now. Just gonna go ahead and use that green Q since I'm pretty like on a good pace to get rid of red first, so I can afford to use some green to harass. Speaking of which, I mean, if you don't know like what the standard Aphelios weapon cycle is, it's kind of too complicated to cover in the middle of a video, but I will put the link in the description for my guide to the Aphelios weapon cycle. It is absolutely essential to playing Aphelios. Absolutely crucial. It's way more important than anything that we will cover in this video. They're just basing here. Okay, so this is too close to our turret to leave it pushing towards us. Okay, we can actually... We're gonna have to shove this in because it's too close to the turret. And if I just get rid of green as fast as I can here, that'll leave me with blue, which actually now leaves me with decent wave clear. Which gives us a chance to shove this in. Without blue, we wouldn't just not be able to do that. There we go, super easy. Ideally, we should at least be making sure that they're not freezing, but it looks like it's not gonna happen anyway. Alright, nice. Gonna get started with the Noon Cover and also the boots. You could also do Berserker's Rush if you're like, especially if you're in a melee matchup. It's also just decent in general for safety on Aphelios, since all your safety basically comes from movement speed, so the more movement speed you have, the safer you are. The skilling order that we're gonna do in this particular game is gonna be 3 points in Q, then maxing W. We actually did an early point in W. I actually kind of did it out of habit here because I guess with the start that we had, there was no point in doing it, because the main point of it is to like push for level 2 and also have some trading power. With considering at the level 1 you only have autos to trade with, no abilities. It's really nice to have more attack speed so you can fluidly switch from lost setting to trading. Okay. This could be good. We'll go ahead and exhaust her. Alright, we'll switch on to Soraka now. Alright, that's fine. They're gonna be too fast. Still, that's a really good trade though. Alright, let's get rid of purple first. Oh, that should be a kill though. Nice one. Cool. Right, so that is now 3 points in Q, so we're gonna switch to maxing W now. Yeah, generally I advise starting W. If if you're actually laning properly and you can push to level 2 and you can actually trade. Ooh. That should be an easy kill as well. Nice one, Blitz. Playing pretty well. Just like that, we have the lead. Just gonna go ahead and shove this in. The priority is just killing the minions, then we can get the plating. We can probably even get 2 platings. Put another point in W here. Aphelios is just so fast at pushing turrets. If I had it pretty much any other weapon, I wouldn't bother here. You can see that's very easy. Alright, let's get out of here. I need to start basically spamming my Q as I'm walking out of base, because I need to run down red before white to maintain our weapon cycle properly. I'm gonna go for the static shiv here. It's not very common on Aphelios, but it has absolutely been my favorite item to rush them recently. I've been getting very good results with that. I'm like fifth. I'm like maybe negative win rate actually with Kraken Slayer at the moment on the current patch. Out of like 10 plus games, but with static shiv I'm like 90% win rate out of 11 games, so it could be a fluke, but absolutely warrants smart testing for sure. And it definitely felt good. Oh yeah, I said that I was gonna have to spam red Q and I didn't do it. So the advantage of red Q is that you can just spam it on the way into lane and it doesn't even slow you down, it actually speeds you up. So that's nice. Anyway, we're just gonna spam Q. Oh, but I need to not use white as well. We just need to auto with red and use red Q. Here we go. Nice one. Don't even need to use white there. Okay. Now I'm very close to getting red down, which is good. Yeah, fella. So one person that was like asking why I'm using static shiv on Aphelios questioned it in the context of like Aphelios already has his blue for wave clear. Like, why do you want static shiv? Even with blue, it's actually kind of useful to have static shiv, just wave clear even faster, especially in the early game. But also, obviously, there's the fact that you don't always have blue. Oh, hang on, where's he going to come from? Here, I'll try and flush away. Oh my god. Oh, you're kidding me. Ah, I tried my best. Not for J4 showing up, I might have been at least able to kill the Rengar. Yikes, okay. Okay, it did cost him his flash at least. It's a shame I didn't have exhaust up. Yeah, obviously you don't have blue for like the entire game, so it makes you like not dependent on needing blue for wave clear. Obviously there's, by the way, going to be a static shiv nerf coming very soon. That is still going to make like I hope it's going to be like a power neutral change. Obviously the wave clear will become worse, but it should still be pretty good. Absolutely really good for champions with poor wave clear. And it'll obviously have more combat stats, so that makes up for it. Okay, wow, she did not need to worry about that. I wasn't gonna have kill potential there, just harass potential while she couldn't trade back. Gonna place a ward here. There's of course also the harass from static shift to consider as well. It's both good at trading and also just harassing through mini waves without having to actually interact with the enemy. Oh, that wasn't quite a static shift proc. There we go. Still a low harass combo for you there. Oh, there we go. Alright, maybe with enough healing so I can get her back to an appropriate HP, but at least that'll cost Rock a lot of HP. Yeah, if you're not wanting to do static shiv on Aphelios, the other default option is Kraken Slayer. There is potential also in Collector Rush, and not a lot of people seem to be a fan of that, but it has a decent win rate. But if you just want to stick to what's more common on Aphelios, more commonly accepted as good on him, Kraken Slayer is just the default for everyone. Okay, we can go ahead and base here. I can get BF Sword and probably sell my Cull as well for Quick Cloak. Since we will be going for... Well, I mean, we don't necessarily need Infinity Edge in a game like this. Their comp isn't too tanky. But on the other hand, like, I would just say that generally Infinity Edge is a lot stronger than Guild Force right now. So I would say there's nothing in particular I need to dodge on the enemy team. So I would say Guild Force isn't that important. If I needed to dodge like a Zaki or something, it would be a lot more important. There's also the fact that I can't escape J4 ultimate with my Guild Force, only with Flash, so it's not going to help me with that. Ooh, actually, oh, I just noticed our mid lane went bot, my bad. We'll go mid. Now look at how satisfying this wave clear is with Static Shiv. If the minions would... they're not grouped together. Oh well. Oh, I'm probably dead here. No point exhausting now. Unless... okay, I tried my best. Faster exhaust would have been alright. I wasn't really paying attention there, I think. Didn't really respect the J4 just walking into me. Or did he do it over the wall, maybe? Oh yeah, he did. Okay, so that was pretty unexpected, actually. An instant exhaust might have got me out of that situation. I was just a bit distracted, clearly. Okay, not bad. Okay, we're gonna probably shove in this mid wave and just rush the bot lane, maybe. Actually, I think TF should be able to get that before it crashes. Yeah, that's how fast we can wave clear with blue and Static Shift combined. This could be good. Blitz actually has his hook on cooldown though, so never mind. Still, you can see it's a little bit risky for us to be mid lane. I actually would have preferred to keep on pushing bot lane, I think, so long as J4 stays mid. Alright, we can... Since we have power over mid lane, since, well, at least temporarily we're 2v1, that means that once we shove in a wave, we can use our prow to start to rotate to any other lane. I'm gonna actually actively flank the Xayah, so even if she runs all the way to base, we should still be able to catch her here. I should have had Blitzcrank with me here as well. I don't have him though, it is what it is. Hopefully it works out anyway. There's no ult, right? Ooh. There we go. Beautiful. I don't particularly want the base because all I can get is pickaxe. If it's still a little bit longer, I can also get Infinity Edge. So we're just gonna rush over to mid lane. You shouldn't hit the minions while they're full HP, only to last hit. Because it means that now this mini wave killed those minions faster, which means they get to the next wave faster, which means they deny more CS in the long run. Okay, so they're going to be making a play on bot lane. Okay, he died before J4 even reached there, but still, J4 is over there. We want to try and abuse this to maybe get a turret here. Their jungler is also bot, so I think we're perfectly safe here. Except J4 will be coming here and can maybe do something to me 1v2. Gonna start backing off. Especially as his teammates should be arriving soon as well. Oh. Okay. Do I maybe want to rotate bot here? I think I do. STF obviously isn't gonna arrive in time there. I don't think we want to do the Drake. Oh. I'm just gonna ignore that because it's far too late to join that. Shove this in while I can. I'll probably even just base immediately afterwards. Ideally we shouldn't fight when I'm sitting on enough gold for Infinity Edge. There we go. Just gonna do some cautionary pings, try and let my team know that I don't want to fight. Good on them to kill. Oh no, actually that was the Malphite. Good on Malphite to kill the Yasuo. Alright, and from here we can probably do either Lord Dominic's or Bloodthirster or Shield Bow. In a game like this I may just choose to go Shield Bow, considering they basically have 3 assassins. Should be quite solid. But basically those are your choices. There's also the potential to just do Collector. which will eventually scales pretty well on Aphelios as soon as you start putting points into E. You can have like an insane amount of lethality where you're just penetrating half of people's armor without having any actual armor pen, just lethality. No blue, no problem. We still clear the wave. Fast as hell. Love it. Just gonna blue trinket there, make sure it's safe. Swarka? The hell? It was oblivious. Okay, looks like my top laner is not going to the side lane, so he's going straight to mid lane. So if I was to go mid, I would be sharing farm with him right now. So I'm gonna try and actively avoid that. Gonna go on bot lane where I can get solo XP and solo farm. I'm a little bit at risk somewhat here, but we have some vision, so I reckon I could probably see if somebody was headed to me. Probably. Oh, did they get away from bushes? I'll drop this. We need to exhaust now. Oh my god, my turret is dead just like that. Ah, he has flash up again. Okay, that guy is very fed. Holy crap, that was through exhaust that he did an insane amount of damage. Unless I exhausted late, let's see. Okay, so apparently I exhausted only once. I'd lost 70% of my HP to the initial first hit. Lovely. Yeah, that would explain that. Yeah, he also just one-shot my white turret as well somehow. Didn't actually get to do anything with it. How did it die so fast? I guess it must have lost some HP to the AoE from W. And then you just thought of it once to finish it off. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna go to bot, pick this up. Yeah, ideally, obviously, if I'm going ball in like that, I would like to have some support from, you know, my support. Or generally anybody. That's why generally you'd rather be mid, because you know that's where people are gonna be grouped, where people are actually gonna be bothered to peel you. Okay, we should be able to try at least shoving one more wave. Yeah, at least we see Rengar top, so I should be fine here. Still, even if it costs me a couple of deaths, I would say that's overall worth it to keep getting solo, you know, solo farm on bot lane, as opposed to being grouped mid lane all the time, where my tank is there, my TF is sometimes there, and we're just sharing farm all the time. Whereas now I can go mid because this is pushed in anyway, and there's nobody here to share farm with me anyway at this point. We'll just shove this in first, and then rotate over here where it seems something is going on. Nice one. And you can see static shift helps a lot with this because we spend a lot less time shoving in waves. So you spend a lot less time vulnerable while pushing waves alone. And we also take less time to shove a wave and group with our team. And it also in general just helps you get a lot more CS per minute. And you can see I'm not having like a spectacular game, I would say. But at the same time, I still have like 8+ CS per minute. Like 8.5 I think. Which is pretty decent at this stage of the game. Static shift is helping a lot with that. Okay, we can try helping here maybe. It's gonna be too late. I'm gonna drop a ward there for some long-term vision. Oh. So I can't really risk going for that. If anything, I guess I'll just rotate over here for now until somebody shoves this in to a point where it's safe to farm. I'm just far too vulnerable to Rengar here. We have no information on him. This is also my team far too overextended. Oh, didn't mean to pot through here. I can at least get the cannon though. Nice. Okay, we see Rengar J4. I'm assuming Rengar probably used ult, right? Yeah. Nice. And can we get the J4 now? We should be able to. Perfect. I meant to Q. I don't know why I pressed R instead of Q. Oh well. Looks like the outcome will be the same either way. And it's a shutdown. Only a small one, but we'll take it. Alright, so we end up pathing safely, very safely, in a way that I couldn't get caught up by Rengar. Towards a fight, and we're able to help clean that up. While also maintaining our CS per minute. My CS per minute is now actually at 9 CS per minute. D will just pick that up. Okay, I've actually already got the shield bow. Since I've pretty much already arrived mid lane almost. I'm just gonna pick up this next wave and then I'm gonna base. We definitely don't want to fight though. Ooh, I really should have based sooner. I really should have noticed this sooner because the Drake is gonna be up in 20 seconds. Absolutely need to base before I do that though. Alright, that coster is not too important. I have 0 protection here, so if I were to die here, I wouldn't even say that's my fault. I can't help it. There was... like, obviously I'm gonna farm the wave there if I walk all the way up to mid lane. So if you die in that kind of situation, like, there are some situations where you just have to go for the farm, and if you die, you die. It is what it is. Alright, next item... So we can do Phantom Dancer as well if we want like more help kiting. It can be useful against the Rengar. You've seen there's a lot of times where he's just like barely not able to reach me, and I would like to kite him, but I'm also like afraid that if I auto, he's gonna be able to catch up to me. So the more movement speed we have, the more effective that kiting is. I don't really think the comp has enough armor to justify going Lord Dominic's. It would be the highest damage option regardless of whether the enemies build armor or not. But, you know, with Phantom Dancer we get a little bit of survivability. With Bloodthirst we get a little bit of survivability. Alright, nice one, guys. So you gotta look at what is gonna benefit you more. Like, purely optimal damage, when it's not really that important because they're not building armor anyway. Or still fairly good damage with other benefits as well. Defensive or utility benefits in particular. Ooh, look at that AoE into Soraka. That should be a kill. Nice one. If I could just hit Soraka with ult, she'd be dead, but I don't think I'll be able to. Let's give it a purple here. Okay. So Zai was actually doing a pretty good job of keeping up with me. I think she was actually up in CS after laning phase, but I'm actually 20 CS up now. You can also try and steal Raptors here if they're up. No? Red buff? No, okay, nothing's up. That's fine, we'll just base then. Oh. Well, that's awkward. I need to try and stick near Malphite in case Rengar ults me here. Okay, seem to be fine. Malphite is still here with me, so we can shove in this wave. Since we're not alone, we probably shouldn't die to Rengar ults. Can't say it 100% guaranteed, but I'm fairly somewhat confident about it. Alright, so here I'm gonna say probably the ideal purchase is either the Phantom Dancer or Bloodthirster, and I think, you know, we can just afford to go for Bloodthirster. We're gonna have the most in combat sustain possible. We're always gonna be like full HP between combat, since we're always gonna heal to full from any minions we touch. And our damage is gonna be really, really sick. Probably should be more damage than Phantom Dancer overall. Yep. Nah, she didn't get the ult in time. Soraka's looking to flash here? Yep. I don't know where Rengar is. Is he bot? Somebody killed somebody on bot lane. I imagine that probably would have been Rengar. Yeah, there he is. He might have used ult for that. He might not have. I'm not sure. I would wager that he probably did. Oh, hello, J4. Need to be a little bit careful here. He can easily one-shot me. There he is, trying to cheese me as I didn't expect him to do it, but I was definitely respecting the fact that he could. Hello. He keeps getting vision and not actually jumping through because he can see us. Oh, this is really annoying. Okay, he missed his burst. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, no. Okay, there's a Rengar around. Just place lands a hook. Actually, we'd just run them through here anyway. Nice one. Okay, that's fairly decent. So we don't have our jungler, but I think we can probably get away with this Baron anyway. We mainly need to remove that Blastcon. If Blitzcrank doesn't do it, I can just auto it through the wall with green anyway. Good enough. I go white, which I can throw over the wall in case Rengar tries to contest. Oh god, he's ulting. Oh, he's ulting straight in. That's fine, he shouldn't have time to kill the Baron here. Oh! Stop focusing the Baron, guys! Oh no, that's not great. Oh well. When is Drake up? 13 seconds. I have enough for Bloodthirster though, so I really feel like I should base for that. Let's pick up a longsword, I guess. We can do G. I think GA is probably going to be the best choice here. I'm going to be insanely tanky. It's not absolutely not the highest damage build we could go for, stacking all this AD with no attack speed from Phantom Dancer. But I think it is going to be very good against their particular comp. Okay, well, maybe that's not even necessary. Didn't expect my team to win there without me. Yeah, I got exhaust up. Well, okay, he didn't actually jump on anyone. Alright, I hope you guys found this helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, gamers.